What's up, you real gamers, and welcome to Junk House Game Station Time Station, where we play all the real games. I'm one of your hosts, Cordelicious.
I am GamerBot Sammy Thousand.
What up? It's your boy Caleb Butthole Burley, talking about all the buttholes.
And video games, remember it's a gaming show.
Talking about the gaming
Pac-Man.
buttholes.
I played Legend of Zelda once.
I let Mario fist me.
I love Rob from Super Smash Brothers.
Welcome to Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freakout!
I just realized something about how we do, every time we do the I've stopped actually singing the guitar line for the song that we do. Like our theme song. I've stopped singing Psychobilly Freakout. I just realized what I'm actually singing of the that's Ace of Spades by Motorhead. So do we have to pay Motorhead?
Well,
Do we have to pay Motorhead now?
Here's the thing, now that you've said it, yes.
No.
We were living in
Wait,
ambiguity,
fair use.
Caleb.
Fair use if we comment
bleep
on
it
the
out.
song. It's fair use if we comment on the song and like deliver criticism, right?
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer.
I
it's
think
also, I
that's
don't
how
think
it
it's
works.
accurate enough for them
That's true.
to even have legal recourse.
That's fair.
all I do whenever I start that guitar riff is I think, what would Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 have on the soundtrack?
Yeah,
And
what would it
and
sound?
I riff on that.
we really do have the vibes of a Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
We could start a ska band today.
Yes, I actually played French horn, so I feel like that can translate to
I
several
played
other
trombone
brass.
in high school.
Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. We got a whole ska band right here.
Sweet.
I feel like, Pro Skater 2 or maybe SSX on tour is probably a good thing for
Okay.
us. SSX on tour is the snowboarding skiing game that had Mario and Luigi and Peach in it randomly.
Weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't
I think that we could also throw in like a FIFA 2008 in there. There were some bangers on those mid 2000s FIFA tracks.
I never played FIFA.
Yeah, okay.
But I did play Madden a lot, and they never had real music in Madden. It was just like in-house music that they wrote from the NFL. So I feel like Madden 08, because they had some like butt rock type stuff.
What was that NFL game that was like NFL Street? Did you ever play NFL Street?
Fuck yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. NFL Street was like the best game they ever made.
They did like this whole series of the sports, but they were street versions. So they were just like street basketball, where it's just gaming, just people playing basketball.
I just
Or, like,
found
yeah.
it.
So like NFL
What on
Street
earth?
was very, very like that, very graffiti.
Yeah. Did you graffiti punk?
Graffiti punk? That's probably the most accurate.
Did you ever play backyard football?
Oh,
Yes.
See the
yeah.
ads for it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Backyard baseball, all of the backyards.
All the backyard sports.
All the backyards were so good. I wish they would bring that back. Two other things I want to bring back in video games that are related to like the backyard. Big head mode, where you could just turn it on and
yes.
every character had a bigger head.
That's better. That's better.
And going along with that, the inevitable mode of the early first person shooters of like gratuitous violence or like extra blood, where it would just be like, I shot this guy's head and he's been spurting blood out of his neck for 5 minutes. Like,
the anime effect.
yes.
The best variant on the like aggressive gore thing was that in the Halo games, you could turn on a mode where when you shot grunts, little confetti shot out of their heads instead for headshots.
Beautiful.
I think we need more confetti, like a real Kingsman approach, where it's just like fireworks and fun smoke when you headshot somebody.
Yes.
It needs to be in children being excited at a birthday party.
Yeah.
Grunt birthday party. That's what it was called.
That was it. Yep.
That was it.
Speaking of games that we
Video
have loved,
games.
video games.
Gaming
Why don't
gamers.
do you guys?
I'm surprised we were that thematically on point for our banter.
What games did you guys play last year? And
Yeah.
this year a little bit. They maybe came
This
out
year a
last
little bit. Yeah.
Because we're almost like we're half a month into 2023.
Yeah.
How's
there-
check in real quick? How's it going so far? Are we doing all right?
Yeah.
Life just kind of going classic January.
It's going. Yeah. Well, to be open with you guys and the listeners, because this may affect our recording schedule in the
Uh-oh.
future. Not badly, but I'm currently working on trying to shift from a nighttime position to a daytime position at my company. And so that has been fun because it's been a lot of meetings with people at like 9 o'clock in the morning. And so I'll work until midnight and then have a meeting at 9 and then go back to work later. So that's been not fun.
That's big yikers.
I've been reading a lot,
Good, hell
which
yeah.
is like I've really with my work schedule being so consistent and like having a little bit of spare money to get coffee when I want to. I've been going to the coffee shop like 2 to 3 days a week each week and just buying a coffee and sitting and reading for like an hour and a half and then going home. Gets me out of the apartment and I'm just like chilling. I'm cruising through books. Brandon Sanderson I'm deep in those books right now and they're very good.
Hell yes.
Yeah. So like my 2023 is off to a very like cozy start, I would say.
That's kind of same for me. My roommate left today and is going to be gone for 2 weeks, so I kind of just got the place to myself. So
Nice. That's always
we
fun.
just
And
vibe.
it's porn with no headphones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I've been
Okay, but back to video games.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just had to
video-
check in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wait,
so
yeah. Is there more for you, Sammy, or was that
No,
just
that was it.
you're just vibing? Okay, cool.
I'll start us off because I'm going to start off with the game that I want to do a little bit of a preamble for, because this is a game I played very heavily in the end of 2022. I have a problem where I don't beat games very much. I will play them until I'm done with them and then leave it and not care. This game I beat because I was very invested in it. So
Okay.
it's High on Life, which
Yes.
was developed by Squanch Games, who I'm sure people that would listen to this podcast know why I want to do a little bit of a preamble.
Yeah, we do have a weird intersection with that kind of fan base.
So the head of Squanch Games and kind of the head creative director for High on Life is Justin Roiland of Rick and Morty fame and Solar Opposites and a few other shows that I talked to Cordell and Sammy yesterday about how I was not sure if I even wanted to bring this game up, even though I loved it so much. But they mentioned, it's the art versus the artist. But then I even thought past the art versus the artist debate, there are a bunch of other artists that worked on this game and devoted so much time.
Yeah.
And are probably
Justin's
still
one
really, Justin's one person that worked on this game. And I think they worked way too hard on this game for it to just be thrown aside because of one shitty person's shitty actions.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the Baby Driver Kevin Spacey thing, too.
Yeah.
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 Exactly. There's a lot.
So, yeah,
there's a lot.
there's a
way
lot.
too many. of
There's
these examples.
there's way. I mean, like for me personally, it's Bill Cosby and the Cosby Show because all those other actors, like I grew up on that show, and so to me that is still like a comfort show. So it really sucks, but also I'm like, well, Felicia Rashad does not deserve this level of hate. Like,
or for a lot of Buffy fans, things have been tough lately because everything's coming out about how Joss Whedon.
Oh, Joss Whedon. Sorry.
Yeah, about how unhealthy and bad that environment was for filming, and like I don't know if it's still breaking right now or if like my targeted ads are that like oh, look at this news article, but like.
I remember
apparently more and more actors are speaking out about it.
I remember this happening like a few years ago with Joss Whedon, but
yeah.
Anyway, High on Life is like one of the only comedy games that I feel actually delivers on the comedy and does an incredible job.
It was kind of like Borderlands, but more focused on the comedy.
Yeah, and a lot of the comedy was like not. It was not like strictly Rick and Morty, but as a video game, which is what I was worried about because one of the lead writers on the game was Tim Robinson from I Think You Should Leave. And you can see his touch all over it. And he voices my favorite gun in the game, Creature, which Creature as a gun is not the best, but he's the best. He shoots babies, yeah.
It makes babies. I shoot my
ammunition.
I shoot my children.
Like little alien things that jump, and they're basically like parasite things that latch on to the enemies and deal damage over time.
Yeah, it is. It's essentially the same thing as like having like a poison damage based weapon.
His name is Creature. Like
his name is Creature. He's a creature. There are some things I just want to shout out about this game. Number one, the achievements in this game are hysterical if you pay attention to them. There's one point early on in the game where there's this annoying kid telling you can't get to the next point in the game. And he's just sitting there and he's like, what are you going to do? You going to kill a kid? You can't kill a kid. That'll definitely send this game into rated for mature territory. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that to us. I killed the kid and the achievement that I got was can't do this one in Fallout.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. Or Sammy, I don't know if you know this one, but another creator that we've talked about, I think, on this show makes a major cameo.
No.
I think so.
Joel Haver and Trent are in it a lot.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. There's also like Zach Hadel. But who were you thinking of? Who were you going to say?
Red Letter Media.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
There's a whole bit. So there's this whole thing, right? Where you go to this food stand and you can buy these chips that unlock, you can put them in certain places to drop, like it spawns in a place. Like Mike from Red Letter Media is like all over the game and it's hilarious and he's great. But if you get that chip, it's a movie theater chip and you can go to a certain place, drop the movie theater, you walk in and it's just 3 aliens, Mike, Jay, and Rich. And it's just one of their Red Letter Media commentary tracks, but you can just watch it with the movie.
It's a whole movie.
In a movie theater.
Like a full 2-hour movie.
It's incredible.
What movie?
Oh,
it's one that they made. It's like one that they made in-house, or like that they paid for at least.
It's like what they're very. It's one of their things they're super famous for.
But the achievement for that one is, we paid for the movie.
Yeah.
And so like it's just such little stuff like that.
Paid for the rights to have that movie in it.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Make the movie, I will say. I'm trying to
can I have permission to be a small hater for a moment?
Yeah, go for it.
So I avoided High on Life.
That's fair.
And now you've a little bit kind of convinced me that it might be worth giving a shot, but I avoided it because the little bit I saw had a sense of humor style that I've very much grown to be tired of. And it's yeah, this is happening. Oh man, did I just do that? Wow. Wow, crazy. Oh, dude, I can't believe this. You know, the like lazy commentary on what you're doing as sense of humor. I've really gotten tired of that. And it's like more and more common lately. And so that was the kind of, is that most of the humor? Is that like the occasional bit?
I think it's occasionally like that. A lot of it is more like meta humor about the game.
Okay.
And so like there are certain things where it is a little bit more like that, but one of my favorite moments is that you can go the whole game and not have this is Tim Robinson's gun Creature. If you walk away from the game, but don't pause it, will sit there and talk to you throughout you just standing there. And if you leave him for 5 minutes alone, he will start saying, yeah, I can't believe they made all this up. This isn't a real thing, you know? Like, this is a game. This isn't real. I'm real. I'm the only real thing in this game. Me and my babies are real. You're trapping us in here. You're complicit in our arrest. You're complicit in the fact that we're stuck in this dimension. And he just keeps talking about how you're stuck in there with him.
That's funny.
And I never saw that because I didn't do that. Also, the movie was Demon Wind.
Okay.
A movie from 1990.
Wow.
Directed by Charles Philip Moore. Okay.
That's the kind of humor that I've gotten really tired of, is like not actually funny. You're just saying like, oh, this is happening over and over and over again in a different way. And that really frustrates me.
I will say Justin Roiland's gun in the game, Kenny, kind of is that humor. But the whole thing
maybe that's what I saw.
The whole thing is there are different guns and they're each from this race that are gun bug things. And each of them have different personalities. So like I liked Kenny's gun usage the best because it was just like a regular pistol and that's what I was used to just popping heads with. But like, yeah, that was really his humor, just being like, oh, there's somebody over there and he just shot himself. What? That's crazy. Why did he do that? And it's just like, okay.
That may be it. Then I think the trailer I watched had that gun and I was like, this game looks obnoxious.
That is the main featured gun. But you can also turn down the commentary from the gun because there's maximum, occasional, and off are the 3 settings.
And
highly suggest doing occasional.
Yeah. And like the other guns are way better. So like JB Smoove is like the shotgun, and he just got a sweet ass voice, and he's just like, what the fuck? Like he's just way better. And like Betsy Sadoro, I don't know how to say her last name. Sadoro, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
She's the like basically rapid fire pistol. But the best weapon, my favorite weapon, is voiced by Michael Cusack, and it's Knifey.
Knifey!
You just shove me in his chest, shove me in his fucking chest. I need to see his fucking blood. He's just an insane knife that loves to kill people.
See, I like that variety. When I thought it was a game of just that one gun,
I wouldn't have played it either.
I wouldn't have played it. Yeah.
So that was my hater moment I needed to have, was like, I think I'd like the game with actual clever guns.
Yeah. I definitely like my favorite gun to use in the game is JB Smoove, which is the shotgun. And it's just
too.
Yeah, it's just so good. And yeah, I really think I really think it's worth playing at least like the first like hour of the game to kind of get a feel for it. And the combat feels good. I thought it was a really well put game. Yeah.
Well, if it ever comes to Switch, I'll play it, but because I don't have an Xbox.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. But yeah,
I think before we just go on to next game, we should just shout out some games, because I just have a list of some notable games that came out last year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I didn't have this on my list, but I played it a lot. But Elden Ring came out last year. That shit was incredible. Like, goddamn.
Definitely a game that has defined the year for a lot of people.
Yeah, for real. I went into it and played it a lot and then got really mad because it doesn't have good enough rolling in my eyes as Dark Souls 3 or has different dodge mechanics. So I got really fucking frustrated because I've played so much fucking Dark Souls 3 that it was very rough. But I think just a notable one, Dwarf Fortress, they actually, had a real release in 2022.
I have no idea what that is.
Dwarf Fortress
All I heard
is
I don't know much about it.
Dwarf Fortress is one of the biggest, craziest games ever. It used to be ASCII graphics, and it was basically just it was a construction management roguelike type thing where it's you had these dwarves and then you had to take care of a fortress basically. But it grew up from there, and it just has a very super complicated backlog. Just talking to I just saw an interview with a guy talking about it a while ago, so I don't even remember. But he's just saying all of the tiny little aspects of it, cats eat rats, and sometimes the rats get diseases, so the cats got diseases, and blah 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 blah, all of this crazy bullshit. But they came out with it with actual graphics now, and it's a big deal. It was a big deal.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. It looks pretty fun.
Yeah.
I just like games with fun little pixels, and this has a lot of fun little pixels.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like my kind of game, but it seems fun, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, but I'm going to say one more that leads into one of my games.
Deal.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Neon White?
Yes.
That was a huge game
No.
last year. I never played it, but the whole idea was it was this puzzle platforming first person shooter. It was basically supposed to be the whole point of the game is to speedrun it. It's it has levels that you're just trying to get through. It looks really fun. I need to play it. But a game I did play that came out very end of 21, so most of my time was spent beginning of 22, was a little game called Solar Ash.
I feel like I watched you play this game for a bit.
You mentioned this at least.
This...
Yeah, because it's so pretty.
It was a game by the same people that made Hyper Light Drifter, which is another one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
But it was basically a 3D Hyper Light Drifter, which is incredible. But the whole idea is you're this girl, whatever, maybe not girl, whatever. You're this person and you're stuck in the ultra void, and you can you dash, you can skate, you can jump, and you can slash, and you can also what is it called? You can also hook yourself to things and pull yourself closer.
Grappling?
Grappling, that's the word I was looking for. But I ended up getting a little bit into the speed running of that. I really like it because there's a lot of gravity manipulation, and it just looks fucking beautiful. You go out of the bounds so much, and you're just you're swimming in the gravities. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the producer or the company behind that team, Heart Machine, was the development company. I love them because they have that visual style that is just very pleasant. Are you excited for? It looks like Hyperlight Breaker is going to launch early access soon.
I have not been keeping up, honestly, but I mean, now I am. Let me see what this is. But
Hyperlight Breaker, it's like a co-op sequel to Hyperlight Drifter.
New 3D co-op. Whoa. In the universe of Hyperlight Drifter. Okay. I mean, yes. It looks like it's going to be similar to Solar Ash movement. Because Hyperlight Drifter is 2D pixel. Top-down pixel animation. But, well, goddamn. Yeah, now I'm excited.
I think two games that should definitely be shouted out in this conversation that we have also talked about plenty, so I don't know if we need to commit much of this episode to talking about them, but Pokemon Arceus and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
for sure.
Good games, but we have talked a lot about them.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
great
set up-
games.
We got to set
Clearly
up
we love them.
Pokemon month this year. We're gonna do it
Yeah.
because we need to. So we'll talk about it a
Pokemon
lot then.
month.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Pokemon. I think this is technically a 2021 release, but Emily and I got it for Christmas and I've been really enjoying it. And It Takes Two. I
Okay.
think it got Game of the Year in 2021.
Yeah. It was
believe
like
so.
20.
Let me see.
It
I
takes
think it was
two.
21. when
It
came
was.
out.
I can't remember if it was 21 or 20, but I do remember.
But it came to Switch in November of 22.
Yes.
So I'm counting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Its
that-
initial.
yeah, that counts.
March 21, but came to Switch in 2022. Yeah.
So it is a very fun, well-designed, good, clever sense of humor game. But the whole thing, for anyone who doesn't know, is it's a sad game. It's these two parents, they're going to get a divorce, and their daughter wishes that they could just be friends again. And these dolls she made of her parents come to life, and her parents' souls get kind of like sucked into them. And so it's you play as the toys trying to navigate the world and find a way to get back into your bodies so you could like
Have
help
a
your
divorce.
daughter.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they do want to like get back to life so they can end things, but like there's this book, and it's a romance book, and he's like trying to help you reignite your relationship. And so like all the objects have come to life. Like the first boss of the game is a vacuum cleaner that broke and that the mom said she'd fix and never fixed. And so he's pissed and he's like, "You broke me. I hate you."
Yeah.
It's fighting time. And it's really fun. And the whole thing is co-op. So like we did have to get 2 copies of it to do this, but we've been playing it together and it's really, really fun. And I think it's a great, beautiful, fun game. And it's nice to play with my wife.
I've been looking at that game and debating getting it for me and Olivia just because it seems fun, but
I mean, what we could do, since you kind of need to get 2 copies to play, is when we're done, if y'all want to borrow it, we can just loan you the games.
That sounds
and
like a
way
plan.
Nobody spends money.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Marvel Snap, great
Also
game.
Marvel Snap. I
I've
didn't
been
play
really
it, but-
deep into it. But yeah, it's a real fun game. Go play game. Fun game.
It is a good game.
You know what a game I played a lot of in 2022?
Huh.
What?
Fortnite Battle Pass. I just
Oh
shit
my
out
gosh.
my ass. I played a lot of that this last
Yeah.
year.
I keep meaning to like download it so I can play with you, but then I think about the fact that like Fortnite like in the culture just kind of became such a meme that it just kind of like I'm scared to get into it at this point.
Well, I guess you're scared to play a fun game then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And what does that say about you? No.
a lot.
I have just always been blissfully unaware of Fortnite. I think you build stuff and shoot people.
I know they have
Not
a
anymore.
no build mode. Yeah.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Well, you don't have to. So building was my least favorite part of Fortnite and why I never played it, because I would always die because I couldn't build it any as good as nobody else. So they released last year, and the reason I played it so fucking much is because they released a second game mode where you don't have building.
No build. Just
No
shoot.
build. No build, no shoot. Oh, yes, shoot.
Yes,
But you also
yes,
have an
shoot.
overshield to like take care of not building and shit. Like they just made it way more fun. And I think if you're not scared, you should try it.
Fine, I'll download Fortnite after
It's
we're done
free.
recording.
On literally every console, even Cordell could try it on Switch.
Is it cross-platform though? Like if
Yes.
we get it on Switch, okay, then that
Yes.
makes it a little bit more worth it.
Yeah, we're quickly approaching the point where there's no feasible reason we shouldn't all play this game together eventually.
This is what I'm saying. And we can stream it.
You know, it's
and
another
become
stream,
Twitch famous.
honestly.
When I'm Twitch famous, I'm just gonna continually redo XCOM 2 for all my followers. all of my Twitch fans.
You could become an
they'll just-
XCOM streamer.
They'll just watch me play XCOM 2, and I'll rename characters after them, and I will take their advice in combat sometimes and regret it wholly. It'll be magical.
I'm excited.
I actually have ordered a capture card to do
Hell
a potential Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild stream.
Hell
because
yes.
because do you remember, Sammy, when you were starting to play Breath of the Wild, and I literally would like sit there watching you play it for like a couple hours and just like sit there and be like, hey, you should be doing this instead of this. Hey, this is a better idea. Just because I checked the other day, I have put 600 hours into that game.
God damn.
I don't even want to look at how many hours I put into XCOM.
It seems like a dangerous ordeal. Do you guys want to know about another game I played a lot of, and I think you guys should too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cult of the Lamb. I played the
Ooh.
fuck out of this game. Have either of you like looked at it at all or like know what it is?
I'm looking
know
at
what
it right
is.
now.
I know what it
Okay.
is. I've not played it.
It is so worth. It's like $30, maybe even cheaper, depending on like what version you get of like all the DLC or not. It is the best thing is it's like Animal Crossing meets Dark Souls, but much more approachable.
Yeah, it's a roguelike kind of bullet hell.
Yeah, roguelike bullet hell
Is
meet.
it similar to Binding of Isaac at all in gameplay?
The part of it, yeah, because the game is basically two halves of like management sim of you are running a cult. You have to keep your members happy. You have to do daily tasks to make sure they're all good. You have to keep them fed. But then the other part is your god is named the One Who Waits, and there are 4 other gods who tried to kill him. So you are going to kill the other 4 gods.
Incredible.
But yes. Okay.
It is so much fun. The combat is, you have 2 main forms of combat. You have your weapon and your curse, and it is different every run because it is like randomly generated what you'll get.
Binding of Isaac.
Classic
Yeah.
roguelike.
So like my favorite, my favorite runs are when I get a sword or a dagger. My favorite dagger is called Merciless Dagger 14, which means every time I hit somebody, I drain some of their life points and get them back to mine.
Your life points directly.
And then
the moon.
and then the curses, I love all of them. You can also wear different clothes to give you different boosts. So like I usually wear a gold coat, which means for every enemy I kill, it stacks 5% more damage per hit.
Oh, dang.
But if I get hit, it resets and I take double damage from every hit.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward. It's an incredible game. It's also
really fun.
It's a very cute game. Like the art style is very like kiddish and cute. And then you have to like sacrifice one of your followers to your god, and you see like tentacles rip them apart, or you raise them back from the dead, or you have like followers come up and say like, hey, this person, I saw them steal from another cult member. You have to put them in prison. So you have to imprison your own followers and re-educate them and make them believe you again. It is so in-depth and like weird and wild. And you can build your cult several different ways.
What I like about this is having the management sim side, because my biggest complaint with Binding of Isaac is that after long enough of playing it, you are just rerunning the exact same game, hoping for the good items to keep the run going. And for a lot of people, that's fun to just keep doing the same roguelike stuff over and over and over again. But I hit a point where I was like, I'm tired of doing the same game. But if you have the management and that side of things, then like there's a lot more variety and a lot more replayability.
Yeah.
It seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the boss challenges are actually kind of hard. And there is like easy, normal, hard, very hard, and extreme. I definitely suggest starting on normal. Because the other thing is, it's not like, there's some games where it's like, hey, you pick this difficulty setting, you're stuck with it until you beat the game. No, you can change it at any point. Like it does, the game does not care. It's just like, you do what you need to do to make it accessible for you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think it could be cool to talk about games we are excited to play. Because the big thing that hit me is looking at 2022 in games for me. There is easily, for every game I did play and enjoy, there is another game from the year that I am looking forward to playing and enjoying. So I just want to know if there's any games that y'all were like pumped about, and I can get the rig rolling if you need time to look up stuff.
Wait, are you saying like games that are coming out this year or games that we were just excited about that came out last year?
Either. Just games that you have not yet played that either came out in 2022 or are coming out in 23 that you're excited to play, that you're looking forward to or have been like following for a while. So I'll get it rolling with Marvel Midnight Suns.
I have been seeing stuff about that, yeah.
So that game, ironically, is made by Firaxis Gaming, and they make XCOM and XCOM 2.
Okay, fair.
And they, like, basically, I've been following it since its inception, since they announced the concept, and it is XCOM style strategy, but with Marvel characters. And so the whole thing is, it is this woman named Lilith is like this all-powerful demon or whatever, and she is trying to take over the world.
Yeah.
And your character, you're the hunter, and you basically get to build your own superhero.
Ooh.
While also getting to like, so the base management side of things is you build relationships with the other characters. So it's a lot of magical roster characters, and then like Captain America, Iron Man kind of deal to throw in some more well-known people.
Yeah.
And so you build relationships with the characters and get to know them as the plot progresses, while also going into missions and having like really cool variety of gameplay. And instead of XCOM where it's like aliens are big and scary and they're going to hurt you a lot, this one's like there's a lot of enemies because superheroes are good at what they do. And you get to kick butt all the time and then face a challenge. So I'm really pumped about it. It's out. It came out in 22, but it's not coming to Switch until like March of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So gotcha, I am diligently and patiently waiting for that game to finally be in my hands.
A game that came out in 2022 that I want to play, but I don't have the console for it. It's a PlayStation thing, but it's a game called Rollerdrome, which is
I thought you were gonna say Spider-Man.
I do want to play Spider-Man, but
who doesn't?
Rollerdrome is a rollerblading video game that is also kind of a bullet hell. So you are shooting your enemies as you roll around and do these things, and you reload your gun by doing tricks. So it's like Tony Hawk meets first-person shooter, and it just seems like such a fun idea.
We just gotta get you guys ways to play PC games, because most of the games we were talking about are like even just like a PC emulator on your Mac, Caleb, you could play Rollerdrome.
Probably, but I'm also terrified of downloading things because
Me
my Mac was very expensive, and I don't want to.
I'm also just like, I like having a little controller, and I know I could buy a controller to plug into my computer.
Yeah,
but maybe I'm scared of change.
I think that's what it is. Because
I think we're both scared of change.
I think computer, not even just PC, but Mac. Computer gaming is superior to all forms of gaming. And I feel like most games that you would enjoy are only on PC. Like when you said you don't have the PlayStation, I was just like, oh, search up rollers. It's on Steam.
It's always on Steam.
It's always on Steam. Like that's just the thing. I'm just an advocate of like, hey, if you want a game and you want to play any game ever, get a laptop, get a PC laptop if you don't want to do something.
I'm
Mac.
probably gonna get a laptop this year sometime. Just because I think that would be nice to have.
Fair.
So it is not, and I'll probably get a PC laptop just so I have access to
PC
some of the
laptop.
games I love.
I'm not going to lie. A big part of my reticence when it comes to computer games
Mm-hmm.
is also that I'm a collector at heart, and I like to have a physical copy of the game I'm playing.
That's fair.
Mm.
And so there's a part of me, like, I don't even like to buy digital games for my Switch. If there's a cartridge version, I will seek out and buy the cartridge, even if it's a little bit more expensive or a little bit more complicated to find.
Yeah.
Like Yooka-Laylee is kind of a old Nintendo throwback
It's a
game.
collectathon.
It's a collectathon
Yeah.
in the style of like N64 games.
I mean,
and-
it's Banjo-Kazooie, but
It's Banjo. That's the name I was looking for. It's
Yeah.
Banjo-Kazooie, but different. And I sought out the cartridge, even though it was like way more expensive, because I was like, I don't
fair.
want
yeah.
just a digital. So my issue with computer games is I don't have like a fun little CD-ROM like in the old days that I slide in there and boot it up. It's like, cool, download the game and then play the game. And the collector in me dies a little bit. And
I mean, that's
I think that's part of it. If it's free, I'm in. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird issue to have, but it is a Cordell issue, and I live in a prison of my own creation.
And I'm constantly traumatized by myself. Goddamn. A game I'm looking forward to, because you said Marvel, it made me remember that coming out this year is trying to find the full title. I think it's literally just called Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League.
Oh,
Have you seen stuff about that?
Yes.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's like
Yeah.
four, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So it's like Brainiac comes to Earth and starts infecting everybody, and all of the superheroes are getting infected. And so it's like a 4-person co-op where you're the
dang.
Suicide Squad and you have to kill the Justice League members. And like
Is it
Brainiac
like-
soldiers.
Oh,
Is
it's
it
made by
like
Rocksteady. Okay. I like
is it
Rocksteady Studios.
first person? Is it
I
like
think it's like
side
third
scroll or what?
person.
Okay.
Third person, kind of like maybe like a
It-
Hyrule Warriors type beat, except not as focused on
Yeah.
that many
Yeah.
destruction.
killing that many people.
Sunset Overdrive, if you've ever heard of that or played that, it's probably going to be similar to that.
It looks
It-
really fun though.
Yeah.
There's a trailer with Flash. Sorry for interrupting you, Caleb. But
No, you're good.
he's like, one of them tries to shoot him, and he goes, "Really? You should have mailed me the bullet." And then he like runs off. It's terrifying because they're all like, it's great. It's crazy.
I'm so sorry to derail this. Do you want to know the name of a game I just found out is coming
Yeah.
out this year?
Sure.
Lord of the Rings Gollum.
Oh.
Upcoming action adventure game. This game is going to be on PS5, Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox X. Like, this thing is coming out all over the place, and I've never heard of it, but it's an action adventure game where you play as Gollum between the events of Hobbit and Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Okay.
And
There's not that much going on in that time.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm wondering about is like, what is the,
Point.
Like
What is-
as a big Tolkien nerd, there's not a lot happening then. It's just kind of boring shit.
yeah, I don't know what the goal is for it.
I'm looking at this because I'm like,
But apparently it just keeps getting delayed. It was announced in March of 2019 to be released in 2021. So I guess it's in kind of a like delay hell right now.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
also
just baffled by its existence.
That's
Um,
yeah.
Also, very quickly, not even really going to talk about the game. If you want a free game you can download on your phone or anything, Vampire Survivors.
Oh yeah, I've heard about
Incredible
that a lot.
game. Incredible. Love it. Lots of pixels, Cordell. Lots of
I
pixels.
like pixels.
So many pixels.
Oh, that's a
Well,
lot of pixels.
It's kind of like you kill these people to gain experience to upgrade the weapons around you to kill more people to get. It
Yeah.
gets really crazy. Last night at work, I had a 2-hour run because it's kind of like a
Dang.
roguelike. And so you kind of just get lucky with what you grab, similar to Binding of Isaac. I'm learning I like roguelikes, basically, is the story of
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
The last game I want to bring up is from 2022. I'm pumped to play it. It is The Quarry.
Oh, I saw that.
So it is by the same company that made Until Dawn.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay.
So
I
it's
have
a
seen some
butterfly
about this.
effect game, and this one is like set in a summer camp in like the 70s or 80s. And apparently there's it's like a slasher movie that you're trying to survive.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
And so I love Until Dawn. I've played through it with friends like 3 times at this point,
Hell
which
yes,
isn't
yeah.
a lot in the grand scheme of video gamers, but they're fun games to
For
play
Until
with friends.
It's a
Yeah.
good amount. It's like watching
And
3 or 4 movies.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited because the same group that we just played through Until Dawn together, we're going to play through The Quarry together, and none of us know the story this time around, which is what I'm really pumped about, to actually get the first experience again.
Yeah. Well, okay. A lot of good games. But you know what else? You know what else I did last year?
Named a lot of episodes.
Named all of the episodes of this podcast, and we're gonna talk about some of the good ones. Do we want to go top 3? Just we start at each of our third favorite.
I think so. I think that would be the best way to do it. And I think once we get to number 1, do we want to talk about them and figure out the actual number 1 between the 3 of us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who wants to go first for their number 3?
I'll go.
Okay.
My number 3 is THCU Later. I think that is so fun and clever.
Yeah, that was my number 3
It's just
too.
a great one. It's a great name.
It's so good. I absolutely love it. That's in my top 5 for sure.
Okay.
It's
fair.
Is
such a good
THCU
name.
later.
So what's your number 3 then, Caleb?
My number 3 is Joey Chestnut and the Hot Dog Factory.
That was a close one.
That was
That
a
one
good
is
one.
just that one was very good, and I that episode was just wild. Very fun, very fun. That was the one where Sammy changed her Twitter live.
Mhm.
my close third was the one right after that, time travel and the gay agenda.
Oh, okay, time jump. That was a good one. That was fun.
I do want to give a special mention to the Lines of Succession one.
Yeah.
Just our first episode. I really do think I could be there.
You
That
could.
could be me.
You really could.
I really think you could. That would be fun. Is one day revisit the topics we talked about in the first episode.
Oh my god. Yes.
That
I'm
would be
down.
very fun. That
Yeah,
would be
for
very
100th episode or something.
yeah, something even like 50th. But
Yeah.
Number 2.
Cordell
Well, yeah.
or yeah, Sammy.
My number 2,
You go.
honestly, at this point, is the last one. New year, new meat for the meat god. I just really thought that was funny. It was funny to me, I guess.
It's
So-
very Lovecraftian.
Very.
I like it.
Lovecraftian.
I like the idea of meat for the meat god. It's very good to me.
Meat God is my porn name.
Yeah, it
God.
is.
I don't see you. Okay.
Let me.
Cordell, do you have a number 2?
My number 2 is The Wogglebug Cometh.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That was also just a
It's-
great episode.
It was a great episode. It was a magical one, and the name is very reminiscent of the Iceman Cometh. It's like a very dramatic, foreboding name, and
Yeah.
it's just us talking about the Wogglebug. We're getting wogged for the first time as a group.
We're getting wogged off, and that might
We
be
got
the thing,
wogged.
That might be the thing that Olivia noticed is most of them are references because it's quick and funny.
No, so okay, before I say my number 2, I'll say Olivia hates all these. There are a few ones we have where it is revolved around buttholes or poop. And she was like, can you not do that in the future?
And you said, sorry, we have to.
Sorry.
It's Junk House.
Yeah, I said, I actually said, I was like, that's just kind of part of our brand at this point, honestly.
Yeah, you could call
Samantha's
them
humor,
junk
too.
holes if you'd rather.
Junk Holes is great. Welcome
Junk
to
Holes
the
is
Junk
great.
Holes.
Welcome to the junk
hole.
I'm dropping out of my junk hole.
Which actually leads perfectly into my number 2, which is Conspiracy Carl's Probe Party.
Yeah.
That's my number 1.
Oh, okay. I love
man.
that. Makes sense. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Such a good episode and great name.
So good. I just can't talk enough. That one was such a fun episode.
Oh my god!
And
the first
I
time that
loved
was
it.
the first appearance of Conspiracy Carl, I believe.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And it was, I will tell you guys, it was 100% made up on the spot. I did not plan a character at all, but then we started talking about conspiracies, and I was like, what if we had a conspiracy nut on this show? And that became
Carl is one of the
Carl.
funniest things you've ever done, Caleb. When he showed back up on like the Christmas episode and it actually was like a staunch atheist,
That was incredible.
that was the curveball I didn't know I needed.
Oh my god.
It's perfect. Basically, anytime I have to walk away from recording for a few seconds, I think, what if Carl showed up? That is the whole
What if he's
basis.
back?
That's the whole basis.
What was your number 1 though, Caleb?
My number 1 is episode 3, Kirby's shower bidet.
That was a good one.
That's what I honestly think. There are no bad names for any of the episodes. Like, all of them are very good.
I appreciate that.
I'll give can I give a few small shout outs to
Well,
ones
let
that
me
are
say-
like,
let me say my
you go
number 1 first.
Yeah.
And it was the one that even when I was reading back today, looking at the list, it just kind of still made me laugh out loud. And it might be a bad person for this, but it was episode 20, the one after she fell. Because that was the one after Elizabeth died.
Yes.
It took me too long to realize what that was. It wasn't until you said that I was like, oh, that's what that is.
Also,
it just, yeah, also, what were you going to say?
we had Queen Elizabeth versus E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and then the next episode, Queen Elizabeth was dead. Like, that's just such perfect timing.
Guys, I think E.T. killed her.
I think E.T. killed her.
Wait, did she die in the E.T. one?
I think she died.
Oh, yeah, no. She died in the E.T. one because in the title that I say, we make fun of Queen Lizzie for being dead.
Yeah, which, like, let's be honest. Okay, also, honesty with the listeners. I have a script written out that I just have not recorded of everything I hate about Queen Lizzie.
Oh my
and
God, we still got
it is fully written. Here's the thing. Because I did like some in-depth research. It took me 3 weeks to write alone because it's like a full-ass research paper. It's like 15,000 words
Dang.
of stuff. It's a lot. I went really in-depth on it. And I just haven't recorded it.
That's just Patreon content if we had a Patreon.
Yeah.
That is like a junk talk.
Welcome to my junk
Welcome to my junk talk.
Junk X, where we do junk talks.
My TED junk.
Welcome to Ted's junk.
Welcome to Ted's junk.
It's
Did we get sued?
Yeah. Oh my God.
The funniest lawsuit.
The funniest lawsuit ever. Okay, here's some special shout outs for me of some episodes that I think deserve some time. Crystal Mommy Whistleblowers, which is the one where on recording, Cordell had me Google Deep Throat, and I thought it was one word, and it was not. Lines of Succession, Cordell's journey is incredible. Yeah. Tootsie Rolls and Booty Holes. 10 out of 10.
One of our guest episodes, Birds, like a lot of birds. That's a good title.
I think we talked about Steve's birds for greetings. Hello Steve's greetings is great.
Steve's. The magic of free feet picks is another good one.
That was one I was about to mention for sure. I also do genuinely think Cordell's Oktoberfest 2022 is just such a good repeatable name, if that makes sense. Like it's just we can bring that back anytime.
This year we'll call it Cordell's Oktoberfest 2023 Electric Boogaloo.
Yes.
Electric Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Boo.
No, yeah, Boogaloo, because it rhymes with 23.
Oh, true. Gotcha.
Boogalore 2024.
Boogalive 2020. See? What that's the thing about the Electric Boogaloo bit is Boogalix for 2026.
Boogaleven.
Go to heaven. That's the thing about the Boogaloo joke. Is it's so good because it's number 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Because the rhyming.
You gotta rhyme it. And also, maybe we should get into like the anniversary scheme of like the first anniversary is like paper Boogaloo. Like I think it should be that anniversary.
I can't wait till I get to my platinum Boogaloo.
Yeah,
it's like
wake up right now.
It's like your anniversary. It's like, hey babe, welcome to our platinum Boogaloo. It's gonna be a great year.
Platloogaloo.
Also, okay, this one was just a Caleb and Sammy episode, so I wanna bring it up. But The Legend of Zelda Chemtrail Princess is such a funny name. That was a
good one.
That was just so good. I absolutely love it. So what do we think as a group was the best name of last year?
I like Conspiracy Carl's Probe Party. I think that for me it's a lot of fun. It has a nice ring to it, and it is very much a good slice of like, hey, what's Junk House like? Listen to that episode.
Watch Conspiracy Carl and his Probe Party.
Like, that is a perfect slice of, like, this is Junk House.
Like, if Conspiracy Carl was going to have a TV show, it would be his Probe Party. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, that's up there if that is not the best.
I think that's definitely, if not the best, definitely in the top 3. I think the other episode we could suggest to people if they're like, I want to get into it, what do I listen to? Is Kirby Shower Bidet. It hits a lot of stuff. I think it is very fun because that's the one where we decided if all the letters of the alphabet are even or odd. So you get kind of the ridiculousness that we do of like, does this make sense? No, but we're fucking committing to the bit.
That we also did a game show in that one.
Yeah,
we did.
Lots of game shows in this one.
Lots of game shows. Did we do a game show in Conspiracy Carl's Probe Party? I can't remember.
All I remember is Conspiracy Carl.
I don't think we did a game show.
It's hard for me to remember which ones I did game shows on because I always have a game show going in the brain. So
yeah. I also like We Three Stevens. I think that deserves an honorable mention. I don't think it's like a best, but I really like that one. That was just a good name, good app.
Music also, Final Frontier is pretty good too.
Sick Women and Pokemon Glitches, I think is very fun. Wait, I don't know. Okay, Sammy, with that one, was the slight reference Rap Snitches Knishes.
Well, that one wasn't even a
By
reference.
MF Doom.
I think it was just because I was sick and we were talking about Pokemon glitches.
Okay, because it has like the same like
it does have the
feeling
same ring to it.
of that MF Doom's Rap Snitches Knishes.
Wait, go back to. Did you just? Yes, it was a reference to that. Yeah, no, I wish it was, but
I think I'm okay, and even more than okay, happy with Conspiracy Carl's Probe Party being the #1 episode title.
I think I'm down for that too. Yeah, even though I wish it was the one after she fell.
That one is so good, but it took me so long to get the joke that I think that's the only thing.
That's the only sad part, because I know unless people listen to the episode, they will not understand the bit.
Yeah. We know at our core we are lowbrow.
Yeah,
and that one's a little bit too highbrow for us.
That one's I'm trying.
We're like low to medium brow, and that one's like medium to high, sadly.
Yeah.
Just out of our range. Just out of our range.
Yeah. Like
it's
we went
something
from
to strive for sure.
Yeah.
We'll
2023. That's the
have
goal.
a highbrow 2023 highbrow episode. That's our goal.
Only one of them.
Only one. Just one highbrow episode. Everyone has to bring their best NPR level jokes.
But I do concede. Conspiracy Carl's Probe Party. Congratulations. You're the winner of the best title of 2022. So proud of you. Great episode.
Carl, come get your prize.
I don't see anybody coming, so I don't know if he's going to be here. I don't. Normally I have like an idea of when he'll be here. Like that's not a joke. Like I have an idea. It's not like he surprised attacks me out of nowhere. Oh shit. Oh. Thank you very much to my loyal fans. You guys did interrupt the fuck out of a Conspiracy Carl fan society meeting.
Oh, is that your Patreon?
No, that's just the meeting I have it once a month, and we've got a new member right now. So I really need to get back to them because they may eat all of the cheese tray before I can get back.
Yeah, you got to get back then. We understand that.
Yeah. So if you guys know, it's now 2 members, and let me tell you.
Hell yeah.
It's me and another person, and I feel the effects of leadership getting to me. I might become a fascist. I can feel that. Carl. I can feel it. I don't want to, but I feel it coming, okay? Carl, I just feel the effects of leadership coming.
Hear me out. Let's try a different form of governing for you, okay? Don't be a fascist. Be a nudist.
Oh, you want to see my body, Cordell?
No. I want the people you lead to see your body and for you to see their body.
Wait, hold on. Let me tell the other members real quick, okay?
Yeah. See how that plays out.
Hey, Steve, Cordell wants to see my hog. He wants to see my big hog. No, I don't want to show him my hog. No, he's saying that I need to be nude to be on the show now. I don't know if I feel comfortable with your abuse of power right now, Cordell, trying to see my hog.
Conspiracy Carl, I'm so sorry if I've made this inappropriate for you.
I'm a married man.
To who?
You don't want to know.
Okay, bye, Carl.
Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys, but I love Cordell less since he's trying to pressure me into showing my penis. Bye.
Well,
what happened?
So I was making a fun little joke to Conspiracy Carl about, hey, don't be a fascist, be a nudist. And
is he a fascist now?
He said he's probably going to be fascist now, and I was like, be a nudist instead, as a fun little joke. And he started making a big deal about me trying to see his hog, and I don't want to see his hog. It was a fun little joke.
As a person who has seen his hog, it's not that impressive. It's not.
What have you seen his hog?
He showed it to you. He just was like, "You want to see my hog?" I feel like I have a pretty good Carl impression
You have
now.
a good
That was a
impression,
really
yeah.
good
Yeah,
impression.
yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like he was
Yeah.
in the room. God damn.
Yeah. It's like, he was like, you want to see my hog? And it was like late at night. And we were in the middle of the woods together on a campfire, like on a retreat.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, Carl? Yeah, go ahead. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was sick.
It's fine. You know, it's actually better than fine, though.
What?
The one, the only. Psychobilly Freak Out by the one and only Reverend Horton Heat off the
Great.
album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. Great track. Great
Great.
track.
That track's
Such a banger.
great. You know what else is great? The Twitter that I always forget to tweet on, but it's Junkhouse Pod on Twitter if you want to jump on there. It seems like Twitter is still slowly dying, but is still alive for the bit. But
It's slowly dying, but it's still
it
alive.
hasn't
Like
started the death throes yet. But
The
it's getting
troublesome
close.
part for me right now, the issue is that like most of my feed is becoming you might like instead of like
Yeah.
the things I actually like and follow.
yeah.
So we
Um,
might switch up to maybe like an Instagram or some bullshit at this point soon and
Yeah.
do some more.
Yeah.
I don't know. Twitter is just really weird right now. So it's like we still have a Twitter,
But you know what'll never be weird?
yeah, what?
An email. Email's a steady, solid option. You can always email us. And if you want to do that, you can email us at junkhousemmailbox@gmail.com.
I was expecting an email because somebody told me like a week ago, maybe two, that there was supposed to be an email, but I don't see no email. So
Yeah.
shout out that one person. You know who you is.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Feel free to send us emails. If you have questions for Conspiracy Carl, he'll answer them
We can set up.
eventually.
I'll set
Be
up a
warned,
folder
listeners.
specifically for him. You
Yeah.
know, just so we
Yeah.
don't we don't get him lost in the mix.
If you want us to kill Conspiracy Carl on air,
We'll commit a murder for you.
we'll commit a murder.
Also,
Live on stream.
be wary of talking to Conspiracy Carl. Apparently, he likes to twist words around and make things inappropriate when they're not.
Well, to be fair, you did say that he should be a nudist. So,
Well, to be fair, I thought Carl knew that one of the rules of improv was yes and.
I think in Carl's mind, yes and is one of the rules of improv, but even more funny is no but.
Yeah, yep.
Well, and
Our
as we say
entire
every,
relationship.
and as we say every week,